Hi, Wes Maple. Today we're going to be working on Omri Matisse cutouts. So for this assignment, you're going to start off with 3 different colors of paper. It could be construction paper like I have, or it could be pictures from a magazine. It doesn't make a lot of difference as long as they're 3 different colors. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to choose 2 colors for the background. For my background, I'm going to put yellow and purple together. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on yellow and purple and glue them down on my piece of paper. When I have my background colors done, this is where I'm going to work with the 3rd color only. Omri Matisse, as he got older, he lost the ability to paint, so he would do cutouts of leaves and pine cones and everything that he saw in his garden, and he would have his assistants put them down. So in here, we're going to put an organic shape that sort of looks like a leaf. There's only one thing we want to make sure. We want to make sure the shape inside does not touch the edges of the paper at all, and make it as big as you can. It's going to make cutting it much easier. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to draw with Sharpie. By all means, please draw with a pencil in case you make a mistake. I'm just going to make a wiggly shape that goes all the way around and kind of gives me the illusion of a leaf. So if I pretend my stem is over here, if you see kind of the illusion of a leaf going around, I made a pretty large wiggly shape, organic shape, without touching the edges. This is where my cutting skills are going to come in. So the trick to this is going to be to cut out the shape all in one long line so I don't have multiple pieces. The way I do that is I pick it up and I hold my scissors straight up in front of me. I pick a spot and I start cutting in from one side. Now I try not to turn my scissors like this. What I do is I hold my piece of paper with my other hand, and as I cut forward, I kind of turn the paper sideways. And I keep going until I cut it all out in one shape. And please, please take your time. This is going to be the trickiest part of the assignment. This is where we're going to practice good cutting skills. So if you see, I'm taking my time. I'm cutting out as close as I can to the line. If you go off the line, don't worry. I'm going to show you a trick that we're going to make sure our mistakes don't show up. I'm taking my time. I'm cutting it all in one piece. If you see, I don't want to go off. It's going to get harder and harder as my outside piece gets bigger and bigger, but that's okay. I'm not in a hurry to get this all cut out. Almost done. There we go. So now I have the outside part of my shape and I have the inside part of my shape. These shapes I'm going to glue down on my colored paper. So first, I like to start off with the outside part of the shape because it's easier for me to match up the inside. I see the part that where my pencil mark is. I'm going to put glue on that side so when I glue it down, the pencil mark doesn't show up. So I'm going to hold it kind of carefully because it's pretty skinny. I don't want it to tear. If it tears, that's okay. You can always glue it back together. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to try to match it as much as I can on my paper. If I need to put extra glue on parts that stick out like this, I will do that. But I want to put my shape almost back together. So now on my purple, I glued the outside of my blue. What I'm going to do on my yellow one, I'm going to see which way my shape matches up. I'm going to move it over so it's in the same position. I like to kind of hold it with one finger, put a little bit of glue down. And don't worry if the glue goes off the paper because it dries clear. And I'm going to glue my shape down. So what I created now is a positive and a negative shape. So my positive shape is my blue one. It's the middle one. If I look inside over here, the middle now changed color to purple, the color underneath it. On the outside, the blue shape on the outside changed to the yellow on the inside. So I have a positive and a negative Matisse cutout. Have some fun making these. Enjoy, Wolves.